Dukes of
Weebdom.
Episode 64. Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64. I implanted the brain virus.
You did.
We're back. What the fuck happened? What the fuck is with Chainsaw Man?
Oh, you just got right in.
Yeah.
Denji got a handy in an alley. While making out with Yoru of all people.
My precious 16 pages of Chainsaw Man
Bro, literally, like 5 straight pages of no dialogue, just hand jerking.
Oh my God.
The Shonen Jump app, too.
Even showed the baby batter.
It's everything. I was like, what?
I wasn't there for that, man.
It was wild.
I wasn't. That was weird. Uncomfortable.
The last 2 chapters have been weird as fuck. I'm like, what am I even watching right
You know,
now?
I need to think about it now, too. They just literally ducked away from, like, a group of 4 other people to do this. They're literally, like, what, like 20 feet away?
If. That, maybe. At most 30.
Oof.
And it's just like, it's out of nowhere, too, you know what I mean? She went back to cut his thing off, so I thought they were just instead going to get into an argument about it, which is what it kind of started into, that then it would just lead away from nothing.
Yeah, she's very pushy with it, too. Like, whip it out. I'm going to cut it off. And then...
Instead,
even while you're doing it, you're like, I'm going to crush your balls. And they're just like, oh, no, I'm going to let you come in my hand. That's what I'm actually going to do. And swap right back over. Right after.
Did she? I didn't realize there was Asa at the end.
Mm-hmm. The very, very end. Because I was looking for those. Because I thought the tattoos were like fading sometimes, but it's really just like kind of inconsistent with like how the drawing is. They're always there. So I was like paying attention to it though, and they do drop away.
You gotta show me. I know you're flipping.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, because look, the scars are still there, and then she's back.
Boom. Literally the last 2 pages. Scar. No scar.
Now here's my thing.
Baby batter.
Is she now just confused, and all of a sudden now she's in an alley, or is she aware?
No,
of what
she's
happened?
aware because they always talk while they're in like the same mind.
That's right.
He's not aware though.
No, yeah, he still thinks that just one person, so he's uber confused. He's about to be even more confused that after he just got a handy, she's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yoru, why, my girl?
And then she's like, "We've kissed before." And it's like, "Have you?"
I thought they have.
Oh yeah, they have because
But
Nayuta.
shouldn't she not remember?
Yeah, Nayuta erased her memory. That's right.
Maybe it was something about the way they came into contact made her remember, because it did seem like a sudden realization.
Or something happened in Nayuta where her effects wore off.
That's true too. Yeah, because it's like right when they touched. And she's like, oh, grabs the dick.
You know, he didn't just come normally. He's definitely jerking the pole the whole time.
I like how that's the face he's making when she realized. Because that's the moment she realized it happened.
Yeah, oh yeah. He legit... I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, you can see the moment of no return right there. Fucking... Like, how is this on the app? How did this get past the proofreads of Shonen? Denji's cum face is in the fucking chapter.
They're not in the magazine anymore, right?
I don't know.
I remember in between, when part 2 wasn't out yet, they said it was going to move to Jump Plus.
So that it's only on the app, right? It's not in a physical release weekly. But I mean, dude, the Dandadan hasn't done anything near this scale. And it's web only because it's rated M for mature or whatever.
Yeah, it's Jump Plus. But yeah, it's never shown me baby batter. Or dick grabbing.
The baby bat is the wild part.
That is the wild part. I did not expect to end on that.
Neither did I. And I was first off just flipping through. I was like, why? What? I was so confused. Why are they making out?
Fujimoto, what happened? What movie did you watch this week?
You watched something. You watched something.
Too much porn. You need to watch another movie, my guy. Go watch Godzilla -1. Like, something. This wasn't it. Could we just, like, retcon the last 2 chapters?
He's like, I don't know what he's trying to do. Is he trying to push the envelope of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, being obscure or, like...
auteur and, like, weird.
Yeah, and I'm just like, he kind of always been that way, but at the same time...
I think he was doing just fine at being that...
Without?
Yeah, the rest of this whole part. I don't know what... This is, like... I really think he just had, like, some sort of, like...
So I'm
blue balls going.
Yeah, well, first off, I actually found the last chapter to be more weird than this one in the sense that literally the whole last chapter... I mean, this one's because the climax of the one, so they're kind of both just one singular
weird chapter.
Because last chapter, it came out of nowhere. He's like, all I do is think about my dick. It's like, what do you... This is
it's
never...
literally like he got blue balled for like 2 weeks straight, like Fujimoto.
Probably did. But I'm like sitting here and I'm like, this has never been a thing in all of Chainsaw Man. He's only ever shown interest that he wants to touch some boobies.
It's really only when he's prompted to or like thinking to himself. He's never like, oh God, I need it. Like gooning out of every orifice.
It was really just at the beginning of part 1. Because any anime watchers that would see this chapter would be like, oh, it's kind of makes sense. He was a fiend for grabbing some boobies. But it's like, that died off by the end of part 1.
Well, there's also like the having intimacy with someone you cared about. Well, yeah, by the end of part 1, yeah.
Because all of part 2, it's more that he's just been a...
He wanted to be Makima's dog, but it wasn't about sex. It was about, like, giving up his control of his life.
Yeah. So now he's just a disjointed brother figure to Nayuta, and that's all he has going for him. And
now suddenly he's Booner Man.
He's got these, like... He's got this inner conflict going on if he wants to be Chainsaw Man, but he also wants to be at home... the normal life, which is what he wanted in part 1, but part 1 showed him that he wanted to be changed. So his he's in inner turmoil, conflict with himself. So like to then come out of nowhere last chapter and be like breaking down about after being cut up into a bunch of pieces and stuffed in boxes because he decided to defend his home. Instead, you're talking about how all he can think about is with his dick and wants to get laid, which is never brought up in part 2. To then going in an alleyway to get it cut off. To then the last person in the entire series that you would think to start making out with Denji starts making out with him and jerks him off until he finishes.
It almost ruined the whole ship for me.
I mean, I was never really on board with the ship anyway.
I was on it.
Rize could still be around, you know?
She could be, and that would immediately override it. But until she's back, I'm Denji Asa.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it if it came out.
Yeah.
But this does not help its...
No, it's dramatically fallen. I might be Denji Yoshida now.
To just hit the Cumberg.
Yeah.
The Titanic is sinking. It's taking water.
Wild.
So I would like to get back to like
the plot. We lost the plot again.
The philosophy that part 1 had of, you know what I mean?
Or even like the philosophy we're building up for part 2.
Yeah, just I want Denji to start moving forward as a character instead of staying this way. But now he's moving backwards in the last 2 chapters.
You know what we need? We need Famine on screen. Every time Famine's on screen, the story's moving.
Watch her be in that alley. I would fucking or even
Are you gonna eat that?
No!
Oof.
Or, better yet, the true plot mover. Just Kishibe is just standing there. It's like,
just drinks, backs away.
Just throws a knife and just actually cuts it off.
Just kill her. No, just throw a knife at her.
At Asa?
Yep, that's a devil. Whoop. While drinking.
That's all. I don't know, man. Let's just get back to the
I could have understood the masturbating thing because he's just like looking for an answer that's like the one thing causing all of his problems. He just grabbing onto straws.
So at first, no, at first, was it last chapter or are we going on 3 chapters now of talking about this?
2. I mean,
it
started with them going there looking for Naruto in the wreckage. Then while they're there, this came up with the dick cutting off and that.
Yeah, because he mentions it on the train first.
Yeah,
I was like, that's whatever. That's a Fujimoto joke. They're on a train, whatever. He makes a joke about this. Everyone looks at him, discusses. That's a Denji thing. But then they get off the train and then move on to other things. But instead, they get off the train. The topic comes up again. Then they go into the alleyway, and then it's like, so instead of just leaving it as this quick little, like, lewd joke that Denji makes inconsiderately, leads into him getting off for the first time.
And you find the little girl he poses as on Twitter. Ask him what the fuck he was thinking. Fujimoto, yeah.
Fujimoto poses as a little girl on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's sus.
Super sus. But what about the man's not sus?
Big sus.
It's huge sus.
But why? Was he just...
I don't know, because everybody knows, so I don't know why he keeps doing it. But he also pretended to be a Filipino kid at one point in his career.
What does he do when he pretends to be this person? Reacts to his own shit?
Yeah, pretty much. Or movies and shit like that.
How do people know it's him?
I don't know that part. They're very convinced.
Watch it, not even him. Fujimoto just has this extremely bad reputation, but it's not even him.
What if Google will have my back for once?
I hope so, because I need some fucking evidence here.
Thank you, Reddit. About Tatsuki Fujimoto's Twitter, though. So I was interested in following the mangaka of Chainsaw Man on social media. That brought me to this Twitter account. Many people said this is the only Twitter of this author, and it looks like it belongs to a 3rd grader. People also said that he pretends to be his own 8-year-old little sister. Does anyone know more about this?
Comments?
Fujimoto's a weird guy. Don't worry about it. He does this stuff all the time.
I don't know if that's a defense.
I know, it's not. Next defense. Deleted. I definitely recognize the handle too, so I know this is the Twitter account I was talking about. Please let me translate bio. Come on, man. Nagayama Koyaru.
Oh, good luck. I would have tried copying and pasting.
Right. Oh no. I may have been better off. Nope. Koharu. Oh no.
What?
He got banned. Literally the only post I can find is someone adding Elon. Why did the Chainsaw Man author get banned? Free my homie.
He did something stuff. Because I feel like it's...
His whole thing is...
Well, because I feel like it's a lot harder to get banned on X nowadays.
It absolutely is. The shit I see.
So, what the fuck did he do?
It's weird that it still came up on that link, though. The link still brought me to his profile on my thing, but I can't translate anything on the browser. So it's just all Japanese. Well, I can tell you one thing. He definitely talks about his own shit. That's Look Back.
Guys, check out this awesome thing by this guy, Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Do you remember when he promoted like BL manga too? I bet it was on this account too. He was verified too.
Heading more to the.
I must say, is it weirder than eating his dead fish that he had in the dirt that is covered in ants? Do you not remember this story? It's a great story.
I don't think that's a great story, but
it's a great story. So he was with a girl, and their fish died. So he went to go bury the fish for her, and when he put it down, he looked at it, and all the ants like starting to grab it and try to take it away. And he suddenly got sentimental about it, so he decided to eat the fish to get closer to it and her. And got really sick from it.
I hope that woman.
That story came from him.
I hope that woman left. No wonder he's writing things about his characters getting jerked off, because
that girl was the inspiration for Makima. I'm pretty sure.
Obviously, he's the wants to be a dog too.
I think my headcanon is that Tatsuki Fujimoto is just like the most cultured incel. Like he's just like a super incel, but no one can really tell because he's also really good at writing and drawing.
The drawing part's debatable sometimes.
Sometimes.
So, same with the writing.
Sometimes.
I.e. the last 2 chapters.
Because sometimes it just shines a light through. I'm like, what the hell is in that mind?
I'm sure a lot of mushrooms and other things.
I hope for him. I think he might need.
I know, right? Maybe when he's high, it actually brings him to a normal state of mind.
Some psilocybin treatment. Psilocybin. Oh, my phone died. Fujimoto killed it. I was too close to the truth.
Savage.
Right.
I hope you have a charger.
I don't. I have one at work.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I'll live. I'll get through the night.
I'll say
I'd be freaking the fuck out right now. I'd be like, drive me back to my house. We'll get my charger.
I was gonna say,
no podcast.
I was like, you're oddly calm for having an 8-hour shift after this. With no phone.
No,
you need your Asmongold videos to get you through.
I need to rewatch podcasts because I got no content right now.
Savage.
Super brutal.
Time to find more content creators to fill the void.
I feel like I just find more and more, though. I think the void's getting bigger is the problem.
It's unfortunate.
Hopefully Nux puts out another, hour-long Warhammer video.
Yeah, I don't listen to him anymore.
I do, but only for very specific things. Like hour-long lore videos. In tiny bit in his defense, a lot less of the cringe, referencing popular people constantly. In his, not in his defense, more in, to his credit. That's what I'm looking for. To his credit. Maybe it's because he's listening to things he actually is engaging with now, rather than just, lazying through it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Plus, Warhammer's just rad. I've just been really enjoying Warhammer.
The deep lore?
The deep lore.
I know next to nothing about it, to be honest with you, other than Henry Cavill plays it.
I would recommend the timeline video, at least, because it goes over the 40,000 years.
Is it a nice, juicy, long one?
Yeah, it's a nice hour-long one.
I was hoping you'd say 5 or 6 hours.
Oh, no, but you can jump off from there to other things.
I do enjoy extraordinarily long videos. Just play them in the background while I'm working and just listen.
It's really good
helps
shit.
Me just go. Because I get that in all my science channels I listen to. They're only 25, 30-minute videos, but they once I click on one of them, YouTube will just autoplay through all of them. So I'll have an endless stream of them to go through. Sometimes I'll have to hit next because I've come across one that I've already seen. so I'll just skip that one.
Yeah.
But it's tough because I've seen most of them now, so it doesn't really help me too much.
The void groweth.
The void groweth. Fujimoto.
Fuji fucking Moto. I hand out like the rare 2 out of 10 chapter. Dropped my first chapter score ever.
Or is it 11 out of 10 because of its shock value?
To achieve your reviews, it's 11 out of 10 because you got to see Come today. So. 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just not much redeeming qualities other than the
it's just like jarring.
Yeah. It's like you could take just, I mean, unless it's going to be integral to the plot, which I highly doubt. It serves no purpose to be there. You could
it's a side quest and uncomfortable.
It's just at a place in the story. It doesn't belong.
And then I remember they're in high school.
Yes.
1 out of 10.
0.5.
2 out of 10 only because Genji makes the good funny faces. Asa had some good faces too.
Because Asa, no pity points for Asa. That's where you get the 1 out of 10.
Truly the victim here.
For real.
Oh, I saw that horrible meme of like the
$10 so she slaps it in his face next chapter.
Oh, that'd be gold. Ew and slap.
It would
retroactively make this chapter better.
I mean, I put so much money on that. That's definitely happening. There's no way it's not.
They'll raise this to 4 out of 10 if it does.
4.1.
4.1.
Oh, shit. So that happened.
Yeah, my disappointment is immeasurable.
My
Chainsaw Man stock's going way down. If JJK doesn't fumble the next ball, it might actually have a good layup to get elbowed down by Dandadan like everybody else.
I shouldn't have been surprised, but I didn't know that JJK was on break this week.
I feel like I knew, but I forgot. Because I was disappointed opening on Sunday, being like, it's not in the new section.
It wasn't, and I searched it, and it said come in 7 days, and I was like,
why is Blue Exorcist here and not JJK?
Because I'm used to, like, with, like, One Piece that takes, like, 1 break a month now, it tells me at the end of the chapter, it says break next week. Or if it says nothing there and just says to be continued, it'll say break next week, to be continued. So I know there's no One Piece chapter next week. But if it just says to be continued, I know there's a chapter. So I sometimes, if I don't see that in a thing, I just assume. But that's only like a One Piece thing. I haven't seen anyone else specify in the chapter at the end if there's a break or not, other than Shonen telling me, like, by the date of the next chapter release type deal. So I just assumed there was one today.
See, it's funny. It works different in JJK. When something really good happens, that's when you know a break's coming, and then you're going to get a doo-doo chapter.
Oh.
That's how it works in JJK.
You right.
I am right. They sent the soldiers in, we had a break, and then they off-screened the soldiers and had that horrible creation of David recreation. Or creation of Adam, whichever. The painting of God reaching down.
Yeah, the bullshit that I care little about.
Every time Gege breaks, it's after like a high point and it immediately dives down to a low point.
Which doesn't bode well for
it.
How do
Guta.
Guta. There you go. Guta.
The Guta Sea. I hope I'm wrong, though. I do.
Me too. Especially how it left off, because it's like...
I'm pretty hype. I'm pretty excited.
Gojo Satoru already figured out the open domain.
It's like my favorite character inside my third favorite character. Like,
who's your second favorite character?
Nami.
Oh yeah, I should have guessed that.
Just because Daddy's dead doesn't mean he's not a legend.
Truth. So, hopefully, we don't get that.
You know exactly what we're going to get when we open that chapter. I can tell you. I've said it once and I'll say it again. We're going to get a completely different room full of people explaining about stuff. Yeah. We're going to get
just
what
like
Gojo figured out, but it's going to be Shoko and Gaku Ganji's back, and they're going to be talking about what Gojo figured out, even though Gaku Ganji didn't see any of the fight.
And neither did Shoko.
They're going to talk about what Gojo figured out.
Shoko's going to say that when Gojo's body was brought back, because you remember how in heaven he walked away from him? If he's not dead, if he's dead, why didn't he stay with him? He walked back to talk to Shoko. To tell her about the open domain weakness.
Binding vows will be mentioned.
1 trillion %.
Oh man, I could set up a whole bingo card for this shit. Maybe I will.
Toto's gonna switch bodies with someone and being magnificent.
I don't think we'll get a Black Flash.
Either way.
I would put it on the bingo card as just like a possibility though. But my bet wouldn't be on it.
It will show Uruume and Hakuri standing still in the same spot they've been standing.
What immense power coming from over there!
I wonder what's happening.
If only we had some immense power right here. So sad. It's like 15 chapters now that Hakuri's been fighting Uruume.
Which is honestly such an L for Hakuri.
You know what? Hakuri fans are in the mud. They didn't get to see any of this shit.
Bro, Choso almost one-shot Uruume.
We've seen more Miguel fighting than Hakuri.
That's sad. And who thought Miguel was coming back?
No one.
No one.
I don't want to hear his name next to Yuta's ever again.
Miguel or Hakuri?
Hakuri. Yuta's fought him just fighting Sukuna twice now while Hakuri's in a peanut gallery.
He's not in no peanut gallery.
They were like watching last time. They're facing each other with like attacks at the ready, but they're just standing talking about the other fight.
They're so far away.
Lord Sukuna hasn't shown you anything yet. Bitch, neither have you.
Well, Uruume is looking pretty false right now, too.
Yeah.
Because they're like, was it 10 chapters ago? He says, we won or whatever. Right? It was when he opened Fuga. He's like, it's over. We won. Or then, like, 20 chapters before that, Sukuna hasn't even taken this fight seriously yet.
That's why the fight hasn't ended. They're just standing there so shocked at all of these developments from inside Hakuri's domain.
Are they?
They should be. I mean, he's got the infinite healing on. The only reason he's still there. Yeah, because he got blasted. It was like...
It's a barrier domain, so how would they know what's happening on the outside of the barrier?
They did look like they were in the barrier the last time we saw them.
And his barrier is very noticeable. It's a fucking casino or a train station. And they're near neither of those.
It'd be hilarious if he just like deactivated his domain to rest for a bit, and because they're so like...
He doesn't need to rest, though. That's the whole point of his fucking domain.
It's resting his brain. But Uruume's just so obsessed with talking about Sukuna that Hakuri's like, you know what? Let me just...
Is that a plot hole?
Chill.
Or did Gege forget?
What?
Because you think with Gojo and Sukuna using a reverse curse technique to keep healing themselves and their brains, to keep using the...
curse techniques and domain expansions.
But then they met a limit, which then, brain aneurysms and eyeball bleeding.
Yeah.
But how many times Hakuri used his domain?
Yeah, but he's got
just
like
as much against
infinite cursed energy. So I'm not even sure if he like used
but I don't
brain
think
power.
Cursed energy supply was the issue with Gojo and Sukuna. They were just using their cursed energy to heal themselves.
Yes,
right?
but Hakuri doesn't even need to like think to heal himself because of that abundance. So it's just happening. Is a guess. I'm not really.
Well, because
I don't mean to play the Hakuri defense lawyer here.
Because the only reason I bring it up is because I'm like, I feel like if anyone is more adept at that, it would be Sukuna and Gojo.
That's what I mean. I don't think Hakuri is like it's even like an active thing he's doing. I think it's just like literally an after effect of how much cursed energy he has in Jackpot. Because he got blasted through the head with the lightning too.
Because that's the thing too. It makes no sense that Hakuri is the one they sent after Uraume.
Right? You think he'd be pretty valuable? I mean, he is the ultimate stall tactic. I get that. Yeah, I just don't think Uraume is worth the ultimate stall tactic.
Exactly. Because, like I said, you put Choso. Just have Choso. Choso proved at the end of Shibuya that he could take Uraume. He almost fucking killed her. Him.
Is it just the anime though?
With
was
the fucking
was
Pearson
it Mappa
blood
going crazy or
no? Remember the Pearson blood, and he almost couldn't dodge it, and it went to fuck him up.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, okay, that's one. And what about the fucking the supernova thing he uses against Nayuya, the other
Naoya,
yeah. The significantly less cool frames guy.
Yes, significantly.
The blood supernova thing he used to take him out, like he couldn't use that and get like.
You know what? I'm just gonna point it at Hakuri. You can't close out this fight.
Yeah, so here's you think he would be able to, right? Because here's my thing, right? Choso offered nothing to the Sukuna effort.
He blocked a Fuga
other than blocking
Yuji.
a Fuga for Yuji. But I feel like sending Hakuri, the dude with the best reverse cursing, against fucking Cleave would make way more sense.
I wonder if Hakuri's afraid of Sukuna breaking his domain, though.
Oh, with his own domain from the outside?
I mean, I wonder if that's it.
Yeah, but actually, no, well, that doesn't make much sense, though, because the whole predication of their battle after Gojo was not having Sukuna use his domain. Because the first time he uses his domain again is Fuga, right? It's all just...
After Fuga, because...
Well, from Gojo's, he used it against Gojo, stopped it. The next time he uses it is when he uses Fuga, right?
Yeah. Well, right after. Because, again, him opening it, using all his techniques, and then being one-on-one with someone was the conditions to use Fuga.
Yeah.
And then after, he's like...
Yeah, so that whole thing. Because then he was about to use it. And then...
With Gojo rolled...
Gotia. Guta. But so this whole time, because if that was the case, Sukuna could have used his open domain to take out Yuta's domain expansion.
Yes,
so they could have had. But then at the same time, though, Hakuri's domain expansion benefits him, but it doesn't benefit everyone else that would be in his domain
be a good
with
tag
him.
Team one.
You know what
Plus, I mean? Hakuri can't even close out Uraume. He's not going to close out Sukuna.
I feel like he's just trying to stall though too, because I mean
I feel like that has to be the plan.
He hasn't gone. I haven't. Well, I mean, we
and
haven't seen shit anyway.
Little fair to Uraume, that would be very disruptive to the battlefield. They would not be able to fight Sukuna while Uraume is making the kind of ice that he or she made in Shibuya. That was a lot of fucking ice.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like any one of those people just decide to fight Uraume instead, take them out.
I think they would win one-on-one, but I also don't think they would just swiftly take them out in one blow. And that leaves Sukuna there with Uraume.
Well, because here's my thing, alright? Yuta was off fucking sneak attacking Kenjaku. Kashimo was fighting fucking...
Can we agree Kashimo's the ultimate loser here?
Yes, absolutely. Kashimo goes in to fight Sukuna. Right? And then at around the same time Kashimo goes in is when Hakuri intercepts Uraume and fights him, right?
Hakuri went in at the exact same time as Yuji.
Which is after Kashimo died.
Yes. If Kashimo dies alone, then they all come down in like a domain.
Because, alright, so I get it that Maki was hiding the whole time, waiting for Yuta's domain, because that was the whole point, because that's when she came in. But it's like, if you're hiding from that, you tell me you and Hakuri and fucking Mei's birds and shit couldn't just all just jump Urume and take him out and then full force focus Sukuna. You know what I mean? I think Maki, Hakuri, and Mei bird strikes takes Urume out. So like, what is Urume
I think Mei bird strikes aren't touching him, period. I think Mei bird strikes are the ultimate kunai of the JJK universe. They don't do anything.
Well, she herself states that even Gojo would be, and Sukuna would be wearing.
Yes, but she also states, aha, another one who chose to dodge my attack.
True. But that's, so either way.
I just don't think the wall of ice person is going to get hit by a bird.
But she doesn't, Urume doesn't need to. It's 3-on-1. All you need is distraction, and fucking the true one, Maki, comes up from behind, undetectable.
I think that's my point, is that Maki's the only one there that Urume can't just put up a big wall of ice to say fuck you too.
Well, because this whole arc is proof that no one person is good enough to take anyone out. It's a team effort. So having bird strikes just distracting Urume.
I don't think Urume would turn his head.
I do.
I think
fucking bird strikes is
ice.
And I think the bird goes right through it.
I don't think so.
I fucking do.
It freezes cursed energy. Like, it just won't do that.
I do. I think Urume gets way too much gas for being fucking shit on every time.
I think it's the ultimate person Sukuna chose to recognize, and that Mei is the ultimate fraud that doesn't even hit anything. The only thing she's hit with the bird strike is a curse. A big ass non-moving curse.
Right, either way, there's a whole bunch of other people there too that could then also just go. Like, why are you throwing people one at a time at Sukuna? You should have all jumped them at once.
Yeah, that absolutely.
You dum-dums. Or while there was a bunch of people fighting Sukuna, all of you just jump the other person, take out the weak link.
I wish Mei would take her fucking axe out.
It's not like Urume's taken any of those people out if they all decide to jump. It's not like that she's taken somebody with them. I don't.
I think the only reason Hakuri's lived is because he has infinite cursed energy.
I think you give Urume way too much gas.
No way. Blasted his rib cage out at the beginning of the fight. Yuji would not live through this.
He's got reverse curse technique now.
Not infinite cursed energies. Yeah. I'm just saying, I think you undergas Urume. I don't think Urume's the best fighter of the universe, but I don't think there's this fodder that Yuji wipes. She would kill Choso, Yuji. I don't think Maki, but it's hard to say speed versus I can fill an area with ice.
I don't know. I think that just...
Miguel? You think Miguel or Larue will fight Urume? No.
Probably not. Well, no. I mean, again, they just came in to serve a stupid ass purpose.
I'm just saying, these are people that absolutely would go down.
I think it would be so much easier to not just stall it out. I just think it's just Gege just didn't feel like using Hakuri in the Sukuna thing. I
agree, though. Yeah.
And
I think
Urume was there and says, I don't really have anything else for Urume to do either. So these two characters, I'll just have stand on the sidelines.
I think Hakuri got screwed by having a curse technique that just summons subway doors. He has no closing power. He has nothing to finish a person off.
True.
He got lucky with Kashimo because he fought a man that literally couldn't use his curse technique. And still needed to do some Pokemon elemental weakness type shit and lead the man to a body of water. He still didn't use his own techniques to beat Kashimo.
Kashimo's still the biggest fraud of the fucking series.
It's so true.
Fuck.
Move over. I'm next. Imagine if Kashimo worked together as a team with the rest of them. He could have actually brought something to the table. Maybe. He could have killed Urume.
He could have. 100%.
That's someone I would have said absolutely would have mollywopped Urume.
Yeah. But same time, one fucking dismantle cleave fucking took him out dead.
See, imagine that, but it's ice that freezes cursed energy. That's all I'm saying, man. when Urume popped up in Shibuya, they weren't feeling so strong about it. They were feeling like, oh shit, that's a big fuck off wall of ice they just made.
I just think that Urume is just that one down bad person that Sukuna found that is just like so cool with like.
No, I mean he killed the last one that was super down bad with him.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I didn't mean that down bad. I mean just the bath that he took, that fucking disgusting death bath. Evilness, you know what I mean?
think Sukuna only recognizes strength, though. I don't think he'd keep a weak person by his side. And again, as someone that isn't like a Urume fan here, I just don't think he'd keep someone pathetic or weak near him.
I guess so.
Especially how he treated a hot woman that was literally strong and throwing herself
was
at his feet.
Was she hot, though? Because she was in Megami's body.
No, not to me. But,
Megami's sister's body. We don't know what she actually looks like.
We did. We saw the flashback with her naked. Literally throwing herself at Sukuna's feet. And he said, die!
I actually don't remember that.
Yeah, it showed a flashback of her being like, oh, you're the strongest. Oh, I love you. Why are you by his side to Urume? And Sukuna literally doesn't even engage with her. Just cleaves her and she dies. That's why I was also like, why are you bringing back this person from the dead? This is like the least important character I could have ever seen in my life. Why are you wasting my time?
Well, because Gege did that with a lot of plot points, too. Because it's like, he set it up super early, too. Right after Shibuya, that his sister was in trouble somehow because the reincarnated sorcerer is blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like, he just kind of gave up on that plot point. He's like, whatever, I'm just going to...
It's so funny. We've gotten a lot more characterization for the newly awakened sorcerers than any of the resurrected ones. We get like one slight flashback each. Not even. Higuruma.
Fucking send him after Urume.
That would have been fucking perfect.
Like, can he use... All he needs to do is use his fucking domain twice.
Like, once. Because guess what? That's an even better stall tactic. Urume can't use her technique.
Right, inside and then literally anybody can... Well, I mean, if it gets the guilty verdict...
Then even after it, yeah. Which I'm sure there's plenty Urume's plenty guilty of. Oh, taking away the...
still fucking despise that bullshit Gege.
Let me take away that weapon we've barely even seen you use that you summoned here out of nowhere like 2 chapters ago.
The executioner sword?
No, the weapon that it confiscated from Sukuna. The tool.
Yes, that's part 2. The fact that it didn't take away his fucking curse technique, and then that fucking the executioner's blade did nothing.
Because he's still strong enough physically that he could have still just killed Higuruma, got his curse technique back, and continued on with the fight. You didn't need this really stupid twist no one liked.
Higuruma really is only good against curse spirits, though.
I don't agree.
Well,
he got really unlucky against Sukuna. Urume would have lost their curse technique.
No, I mean, like, okay, say he had to go fight up against Nanami. What the fuck is Nanami guilty for?
True. Ooh, I see what you mean. Yeah, true. And also,
but then at the same time,
if you also took away Nanami's curse technique, he would still beat the bricks off of Higuruma. He would beat his asshole.
But then you get people like, just like, oh, Maki's a good character. Yeah, but she murdered her whole family.
Guilty! And she absolutely would have been like, yeah, I did that.
If Yuji was found guilty for what Sukuna did, Maki's getting found guilty for what she did.
Well, the funny thing is, it's all about how you argue it, but no one in the story has any knowledge of law, so it's not like they'd be able to argue it.
Right.
So it'd still work just as good against any of them.
And it doesn't help that Higuruma is a lawyer, too, is he not?
Yeah, he is.
So he's gonna win in the court case if his mind is set to do so. Because he changed his mind with Yuji, because he saw...
Yeah, he literally stopped fighting after he had the sword, like...
Because he had saw all the evidence, too. While Judge Man was the neutral and just deemed him guilty, he could still see, oh, no, that was Sukuna. That's
like, why aren't you defending yourself, kid? I see you. This isn't the face of a man that murdered all of this.
But we shit on JJK a lot, but it's gotta. I was gonna say it's gotta. It stands to testament that even when a week it's not on, we can still just fucking spend 20 minutes just bullshitting on it. I am gonna miss it when it's gone.
Tell you, man. They ain't got that smoke to one-on-one Urume. And Mei ain't got that smoke to even injure anybody. I want her to. I liked Mei, and then it happened. Malaysia happened.
Oh, yeah, I was like, that Malaysia happened.
I'd be a lot more generous to her if Malaysia didn't happen.
There's a YouTube creator that I watch, which is actually funny because he actually just recently started reading JJK from season 2 on, but he was trying to be anime only. And I remember watching his reaction to the Mei episode, and he was so down bad for her. Because you remember how she walks in there, and her fucking hips are fucking going.
Yeah, she I think she's already
miles.
in the bed, and she gets
No.
Oh.
When she's fighting the cursed spirit.
Oh, yeah.
And she's walking down.
Boom.
And so he's like so down bad for her. And then that scene, Malaysia happens, and his instantaneous change. And he just paused it and was like, no!
You know what's really funny?
No!
The last time I complained about Chibi reviews, I'm pretty sure it's because he called that scene peak. I'm like 90% sure. I know. We're full circle, baby.
But so he does reactionary content, right? This YouTuber. And sometimes I watch some stuff where he mentions JJK and this stuff and how he doesn't like spoilers from anything. He tries to avoid spoilers as much as he can, which is why, because he used to back in the day do One Piece. He's mainly a One Piece content creator. He did the official release while everyone else was doing scans. Fucking One Piece, if you want all content creators, start on Tuesday.
I'm saluting you, sir.
Thursdays is when people drop the videos about the new chapter, and the chapter doesn't come out till Sunday. He would wait until Sunday, and that's when he would do his reactionary content. Now he does it on Fridays, back to the scans because of that. But then it's like he was saying stuff that he has no spoilers. Like I was watching the reaction for season 2, and he was saying it's like, you know, things about like his speculation on things, and I'm sitting there, he's like, yeah, I think Gojo will probably die. I was like, bro, who the fuck are you kidding? Every single anime fan in the history, or right today, knows that Gojo dies.
Yes.
There was no escaping those memes. And there are still no escaping those memes. They're still everywhere.
Yes.
So whether you knew how he dies or in what context, you know he dies, though. Everyone knows that part.
Like, if it weren't for that, I'd give him a little benefit of the doubt. Be like, yeah, if I was watching the story, I'd probably guess that Gojo's going to die eventually, too. He's a living deus ex machina to any problem they have.
Right.
But as people who are alive and in current culture, we know that everybody knows. Usher tweeted fucking spoilers to Gojo dying. Yeah, I heard about this on a Trash Taste clip the other day. He posted like a Gojo cosplay, and in the caption, I didn't read what he read, but I'm guessing it was like Rip Gojo or something. He just spoiled it right in the caption. So yeah, you know.
So there's, I mean, he said he had some other minor spoilers. He didn't say what his spoilers are. But at the same
spoilers,
time,
Gojo dies.
When you're doing reactionary content anyway, you need to have reactions. So even if you know, you're still going to react as if you didn't or whatever. But so I watched his first read through. He got all the way to the point where Maki murdered everybody. And he was laughing at one of them. He went on this hilarious tangent for the longest time about one of the characters there. The one that has the eyes ability that can...
I knew it'd be Pussy Boy.
But he goes on this huge tangent because he looks like he could be a main character of his own show. And he says the dude dies with a smile on his face because he heard the other guy's attack and thinks that the other guy got Maki, and then he dies thinking they won, only for Maki to come out holding the dude's head.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be so peak.
And then but there's one problem I have that you're just gonna instantly have too. He thinks that Yuji put up way better of a fight against Yuta than he did. He thinks Yuji's way closer to Yuta than it is. But then at this, like, just Yuta, because he's saying excluding Rika, because then Rika comes in with the fucking
literally
headlock and
partially manifested at the very end to completely null everything Yuji worked for.
But at the same time, it's like Yuta was playing with them, so he doesn't really know that because he hasn't seen Sendai Colony
He wasn't
yet.
serious. He was holding back. He was using like a 10th of his kit.
Yeah, so
He didn't even have to reverse curse technique. Like, motherfucker.
Yuji never hit him. He broke his sword. But it's
Yeah.
like, okay, he broke a sword. Big what? I mean, it's okay. But because he says, too, because Yuji's still injured, because it's literally right after Shibuya, still that. So he's just giving Yuji gas. Because he's a fan.
Is he even that injured?
No.
Because doesn't the end of the Shibuya arc, both in the anime and in the manga, shows that scene on the bridge where he's calling out curses.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was even like a day or two after the end of Shibuya. The way it's portrayed, it looks like he's like back on the beat. It's the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's a
I
little
don't
wise
think he's
after,
even
yeah.
still injured.
Neither do I. But again, he hasn't, like, he's seen Movie Zero. He's seen all of that, so he should know that Yuta's that guy.
He is that. He literally.
Because it's like everyone in the comments is saying that Yuta's the real MC type deal. But he's like, nah, Yuji's the MC, which he is. But Yuta's the original that got changed.
Yuta's the strongest. I was going to say minus Gojo, but I don't have to anymore. Yuta's the strongest.
Yeah. Because now he's heard of Hakuri, but he doesn't know anything.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's going to get some false notions. I can already feel it.
Because he's like, because the first time you hear it, Yuta's saying he's stronger than me. But then he says, but then Maki says right after, no, he's not. So he's like, you know, it's Yuta being humble
I've
Yuta.
seen that panel so much.
Oh, I'm sure. From the Hakuri fans?
From the Hakuri Wars.
What does Hakuri do to Rika?
Nothing.
Exactly. What does he do to you? Like you said, he has no closer. I love Hakuri too, but he's just the.
You gonna hit him with
stone.
some subway doors? Subway doors.
Hakuri did fucking like beat the shit out of Yuji the first time when they fought on that roof.
So, I'm excited to see that animated.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot how that went.
Because he has a second upload of another 5-hour clip of a second read through. I don't know how. Maybe I'll watch that at some point.
Maybe I will too. I'm out of content.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Watch both.
I want to see him come around to Yuta supremacy. Thank God the Sendai fight is before Hakuri's and Kashimo's fight. But
that's before or after the soldiers?
Before.
Yeah, because
soldiers are after Kenjaku kills Yuki.
Because right after the Maki stuff, they meet back up. Then they go to get Hakuri. Right? There's nothing really. If anything, it's maybe 2 bullshit chapters or 3, and then they go get Hakuri. Because what?
For what? After season 1 or like after?
At the beginning of the Clone Games, you have the Yuta come and fake kill Yuji. Yep. Maki kills the Zenin. Then they go get Hakuri.
Yep.
And then for Hakuri, they split up. Yuji.
And they only split up because when they go to enter the colonies too, they also get split up from there too.
Yeah, so they go into the colonies, and it starts with Yuji versus Higuruma, and then
Megumi versus Reggie, Sendai Colony, which is the 4-way brawl.
Well, Yuta instantly killing Bugman, but then Bugman comes back.
Well, off-screening one of the dudes that was in a 4-way deadlock with the other 3.
Yeah, so Sendai Colony might be in because it's
the best JJK fight. I need no qualifiers.
I'm gonna have to wait till see it animated.
It's the best JJK fight.
It's
good.
Nah, it's Gojo or Sukuna right now.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I'm still on that Sendai Colony high.
It was good, but because then you still got fucking.
I'll take you to be an
Todo.
ass over 8 domain expansions.
Todo and Yuji versus Hanami.
Which is still glorious. I actually think I'd have to rewatch both, but I think I'm on that Todo and Yuji versus Mahito team now.
Yes. Yeah. I just fucking despise that quirk that Mahito takes no damage from anything that Todo does. I hate that aspect. Like, why did that have to be a thing?
Because he doesn't see the shape of the soul, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's so stupid. You know what I mean? It's like that means that Yuji was literally the only person. Like, who? If that's the case, then nobody.
And Nobara, but
okay,
that was swiftly taken care of.
Yes, but then that means that Yuji was literally the only person there in Shibuya that could have taken out. Who else? Like Gojo.
Besides Nobara.
I mean, I'm sure Gojo, if he purpled them and just reduced them to atoms, I don't think he would.
I feel like that would do it too, yeah.
But then, like, what's fucking, like, I said Kishibe, fucking, Simple Domain.
He's got nothing. Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck's his name?
Wow, those chapters really did an injustice to him. He completely got wiped from my mind. Kusakabe.
There we go. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't think of an excuse that anyone else would have a connection to soul manipulation. Maybe besides Choso. Because Choso is much like Yuji, where he was
the
like...
death wound painting.
Yeah. Where his soul was directly being manipulated by Kenjaku.
Well, I mean, either way, no matter what happened, Mahito wasn't living through Shibuya because Kenjaku was going to eat him regardless, because that was the whole point. He was just manifesting him to get to a point to where...
ripen for the harvest.
Yeah. Because then he can use it to start the Culling Games. Which still makes no sense to
me.
Boo,
what a waste of Mahito's character. Boo.
I still just despise the whole fucking premise of the Culling Games. And I'm so glad we're out of it. But not out of it. It's still technically happening.
When the Culling Games started, I was like happy it wasn't time travel. But now I kind of feel like it would have just been better as a time travel arc.
It feels like time travel. Extra steps.
I don't know. It's still a city. It's hard for me to feel like time travel when they're still fighting in a city.
No, I mean it's time travel for all the reincarnated people.
True.
They traveled to the future.
They effectively did. Yeah. In their consciousness, they just woke up again one day.
And inhabited other people, right?
Yeah.
So
all those people died.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Which wasn't even that many. That's the part that kills me. You set up all this that there's so many people, like so many reincarnated sorcerers and awakened ones. We get like 5 reincarnated sorcerers and like
Angel
4 awakened ones, but 2 of them are complete garbage.
And like Angel isn't even a reincarnated one, right?
No, I swear Angel must have just existed already, right?
Yeah, because Tengen tells them about Angel.
Yeah.
Tengen's like, yo, there's a back door to the prison realm. And go look for this angel person they said you need to find somebody that can
remove curse techniques.
Nullifies curse techniques. And they said that Toji's sword could have done it and
Miguel's
whip. But Gojo broke both of those. So those were a no-go. So then somebody mentions Angel. And they're like, oh, they're taking part in the Culling Game. Which...
Granted, I don't want Gege to give me like an army of characters off of it. It just defies the scope that was set up. Especially when half the Awakened Sorcerers suck so bad. Sugar Man. Artist guy. We saw Sugar Man last chapter. The one that literally just makes sugary things.
Yeah, to keep Yuta alive for a little bit longer with glucose.
And then Artist Man, who I don't even remember what his thing did. Hakari mopped the floor with him so fast, and then he folded and said, I don't want to be in the final fight. Which, again, hats off to him. I wouldn't want to be there either.
No.
If my power was based on paintbrushes, I'd be out too, bro.
But, I don't know.
I can't wait for Sendai Colony to get animated. And, I can't wait to see Hakari versus Kashimo.
they could do some good stuff with it.
It could be a good fight. I think Megumi versus Reggie will be pretty good too. I didn't enjoy it much in the manga, but I think it has a lot to gain from animation.
Higuruma versus Yuji is not going to be much because it's more of a
character
thing than it is a action-packed thing.
I love seeing Higuruma though because he just like dripping with style.
The first time we meet him, he's sitting in a bathtub,
fully dressed in his suit.
Yeah,
in a filled bathtub. So I am excited to see him at least. And Yuki versus Kenjaku, that shit's gonna be slapping. That shit's gonna be slapping.
I want answers. Fleshed out things.
Silly man. You get fights. Did you say you want fights? You got fights, bro.
Like, how did Yuji swap bodies with people? Because that happened.
Fujimoto, I want answers. I have come. Gege, I want answers. I have fights. I have conversations about my power system in different times and places than we currently are.
Oda, I want answers. Wait 25 years. But at the same time, I'm kind of like super spoiled on that last one because I have been waiting that long.
In that moment,
I'm in the
getting
moment.
that payoff.
I'm getting the payoff right now. Read One Piece.
Eventually.
You're on to what people say are like. Many people say their favorite is their favorite part.
I'm not excited for Frankie.
Frankie's glorious.
There's no Straw Hat I've less been excited to see on the page than Frankie.
Well, he's never on the page alone, really.
Good. I think that speaks to his importance as a character. Even Chopper's been on the page alone.
I mean, obviously he's not alone, but
I know, I'm just being
I love all of them.
It's hard to judge someone that I haven't read or anything, but from all of the little bits I see and the games I've played, the sample I've had of Frankie makes my mouth sour. He's not my kind of character.
I like pre-time skip Frankie better than post-time skip, though.
I could tell you as someone who once again has had many samples that I too like pre-time skip Frankie much more than post.
It's his hair too. I like his hair design than the buzz cut, and he's had the normal hair because he has an ability to change his
hair. I like the hair design more than the afro, the buzz cut, anything I've seen post-time skip of Frankie.
He has a pompadour through all of Wano.
He's too much. Too much Oda. Pull it back a little bit. Pull yourself back in a little bit.
Can I deliver an unpopular opinion that may actually be a popular opinion? I think he needs to pull back on Sanji. And you know who needs to pull back more on Sanji is fucking Toei. So
pushing him or over designing him?
The fucking obsession of ladies is getting to me.
Oh, is it still that bad?
Yeah, and I feel like this arc right now. It's
why did Zoro get to lose his character, but Sanji doesn't?
Sanji actually has, of all of the Straw Hats,
I know he gets a huge backstory arc.
Twice. The three best written characters in One Piece is, well, the best is probably Momonosuke from Wano, Garp, and Sanji. They just like their character, their stories, their development, and in Whole Cake Island, Sanji gets so much love, so much character growth, but then he leaves Whole Cake Island and just because
immediately diverts.
So the people have said this before, but it's the fact that there's 10 Straw Hats. Not all of them can be focused on at all times and in every arc, so certain Straw Hats take the back seats in certain arcs.
That's fair.
But they've had the same jokes, so
that's the problem. You can develop over time without explicitly showing it on screen.
So, they all stay the same, kind of, because the Straw Hat crew are always supposed to be kind of the same, you know what I mean? They're not real, Luffy never changes. Zoro is
Bring back Zoro's smile.
Yeah, Zoro's the only person that has had significant change in their personality since at one point in the story versus another point in the story. And it would be nice to see a little bit, like, because I'm trying to stay away from spoilers because I don't want to ruin Whole Cake for you when you eventually read it. But
I mean, I've seen some spoilers myself.
Right, but like this is like character spoilers. Character growth.
Yeah, I'd call mine event spoilers.
Yeah. So stuff that happens to Sanji in Whole Cake is so good that it would have been the perfect opportunity from then going forward for him not to be getting the hard eyes and nosebleeds at literally every new introduction of a female
and he could
character.
still not fight them, just don't be juvenile about it.
No, yeah, that's the part. That's fine, because that's another point in Wano. He gets beat up by one of the female people in Wano because he does, and then it's a thing about relying on friends because he asks Robin for help, and they all make fun of him for it because he's asking someone else for help.
Robin knows it.
Yeah,
Robin knows it's special.
Yeah, she didn't even need to know what was going on. She just heard him crying, asking for help, and she was there, and then she beat the fuck out of him.
Good, Robin's my ride or die.
But I just wish that Sanji would, based on what happened in Whole Cake, would then just
mature.
Yeah, basically. You don't need to change him, or you could just be like, he could make sly comments, but not being like he devolves into an ape,
a cartoon ape,
a floating noodle, because he just weaves around with the huge hard eyes, and just is like their servant.
Everything else matured around Sanji.
It was really because his last episode too, because like in the manga, when you're reading the manga, it's one frame of a panel. He just it's that quick thing, and then it goes to something else, and it's whatever. But in the anime, it's accentuated because
Toei wants all of those reaction faces.
Yeah, and the one chapter to an episode thing, the stretching out scenes, they add a little bit more context.
They linger more.
Yes. So this past One Piece episode that I watched was intense, and I'm just sitting there just be like,
instead of one panning shot of the group all reacting together, it's toosh, toosh, toosh.
Yeah, and I was just like, I love Sanji too.
But you love Sanji more.
Yes.
I hate Sanji explicitly for that reason. Because I also am not at that point where I get layers of good character writing. I have just Baratier, which I only watched in the anime. I didn't read it this run. And how he acts. And his fighting, I guess. That's a factor, but it's not a number one factor here.
Yeah, because, I mean, it comes down for certain things. Like, you're in a stage, because you only have 2.5 arcs left with Sanji until you're going to go on like a 250 chapter long stint that Luffy's going to be the only Straw Hat you see.
I'm not looking forward to that, by the way.
That's like peak fucking One Piece right there. Marineford War right there.
I sure needed to be.
Why?
So that's no Robin.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I like the camaraderie of the ship. I'm memeing with the Robin part, but like I've genuinely grown with the crew.
That's something special too, though. That it's like that feeling, because I remember having that when I went through that. When I remember when I was catching up to One Piece, way back in the day, I got that too, because I went watching all through the anime, and I went through all those episodes without them, and then when you do see them again, it's in universe time 2 years later. It's the time skip.
That's also going to be so sad. I won't be able to get my original versions of my babies back after.
Yep.
Can I just say, why did they have to bimbofy Robin? She had such a good outfit before, just to throw her in a bikini after.
It's more of a jacket with like a towel wrapped around her waist, like a towel cloth, and sunglasses.
I hate it. I don't hate it. I hate it compared to what she had before.
It's more that the Nami got it. Because Nami's the one that's now.
I've seen that too. I think I'm less offended because I'm not as much of a Nami fan as I am a Robin fan. But yeah, they both got smacked with the bimbo bat.
Yes, Nami was straight up just shorts and a t-shirt, and she came back wearing low cut pants, as in like low waist pants, and a straight up bikini top, and that's what she wears always. Well, kinda, because Oda started doing things like after 2 arcs,
changing them.
Every single new arc has a different style of clothing.
Praise Oda. More mangakas should do it, first of all. Second of all, One Piece is the perfect manga to do it. Your islands are going to be different climates. They're going to be different cultures.
Robin's wearing a kimono through all of Wano.
See, praise be. Problem solved. I hated it because I like the cowboy hat, the jacket, the jeans. I think too,
because it's weird too, because you think too, I think Nami's wearing just a full-on straight samurai outfit during the raid, because she's wearing like a shinobi, like a kunoichi outfit.
Nice.
See the samurai kimono thing.
I like the blue kimono too.
Yep. That's
because I'm not.
Okay.
Let me be clear too. I'm not against sexy women. I'm for nice looking outfits. I like good fits. Throwing someone in a bikini is not a good fit. That first picture is a good fucking fit. Yeah. That's a good fucking fit.
That's Robin for you.
And it's still sexy. Yeah. You can have both. I've always been a huge fan of the wearing a coat over your shoulders with your arms not in the sleeves.
Oh my god.
The Hokage jacket formula.
No.
Always been a huge fan.
Luffy has that too with the fucking right here. The fucking the cape.
Sold.
Just the thing is, it's so basic. It's literally his normal post time skip outfit with just a black jacket hanging over his shoulders, and it just hits so hard. It just fucking goes so hard.
Mangakas, take note.
And then his kimono is fucking badass.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have different fits and everything. They're all wearing they're Punk Hazard. Their Egghead outfits are weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single promotional picture of Egghead that
they're
I've been like, whoa,
they're like cool. Futuristic.
But in a really weird way.
Yes. In One Piece way.
Yeah, they say One Piece. And then Sanji's wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, and so is Jinbei.
I forget Jinbei exists. God, I hate fucking Frankie, man.
I love Frankie. I love them all, except Chopper. Chopper's just...
Okay, I gotta rate these fits. Okay, ready? We got Brooke. That's a good, 8 out of 10. I think that looks really good on him. Jacket's nice. Helmet's weird. Robin, 10 out of 10 fit, always. Wait.
I don't think you're going to say that.
No, it's a 10 out of 10 jacket.
That's Bikini Bottoms.
Why? But it's a 10 out of 10 jacket.
I think it's a 10 out of 10 fit.
Why even wear a jacket at that point?
I know, right? With the super low V cut.
Nami's got it more right. Wearing, something sleeveless at least. With her skimpy shorts. But it's why are you going to cover 90% of your top half and then none of your bottom half? It's so unbalanced. It's you might as well be naked on your bottom half at that point.
Right.
Usopp's okay. I hate jumpsuits. Sanji, you didn't try. Luffy, you tried at least. I don't know. It doesn't go with the hat that well, in my opinion. So much red. I want more skin from Luffy. Zoro, 10 out of 10. Perfect fit. You make the jumpsuit work. Nami, I give that a 10 out of 10 fit too. Chopper, you're in there too. Jinbei, you didn't try either. Frankie, you don't fucking wear clothes. You're just a robot.
But that is clothes though, which is funny too. His whole getup is new. But normally, yes, he doesn't wear clothes. He wears.
Would it kill you to put some fucking shorts on, Robin?
No, it would kill me. See? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it in this picture up here too, in the middle. You get like a get more full body view of it. It just makes sense. Your arms are hot, but your legs are cold.
By the way, it's every woman is that way. In Egghead, there's another one.
Your arms are hot, but your legs are cold. Why are you wearing gloves?
Which just makes it even funnier is because the island they're on is so scientifically, the entire island is climate controlled. So it's in like a cold environment where it's supposed to be winter. Yeah. But it's got like it's heated, so it's like a tropical island, but then you go anywhere else, you can just change it. Yeah.
Fucking Robin's wearing full ass baggy sleeves.
One Piece does drip well.
I think for the most part they do. See, there's like a picture in there of like Robin with the same top but with pants. It just looks so much better to me. If this it's one? Even Robin.
Right here?
Doesn't that not look good? It makes sense to have sleeves and pant legs.
Well, this is an edited thing. I edited Hey ladies' outfits to different.
Note, they didn't change Nami's that much because it looked good already.
Yeah, just put a skirt over it.
Yep.
And put pants on the other three.
It's about making goddamn sense.
No one, though. And I do mean fucking no one does drip like Kubo.
Oh, yeah, no. It's not even a competition.
It's not even close. Kubo is reigning emperor.
Yeah, he's lapped them.
I
think Dandadan gets, like, channels that street energy that Bleach had with its, like, promo art. It has that same, like, chill vibe that Bleach promo art had.
Oh, yeah, because Bleach promo art just goes so hard. Just so hard. But yes, fucking... Like, look at this. Fucking... I mean, you can go to the bigger size of this. No, that was not... Ah, there we go. Oh, I can zoom in even more. Fucking...
Look at Ichigo. Look at that.
Ooh, fucking Urukiola, too. Wow, spread that. Fucking... all of them. Just... Fucking Byakuya looking fine as fuck in a suit. Rukia in some casual clothes there.
I think we'll be rewatching that Mother's Basement video tonight.
Which one's that?
The drip one.
Oh, he has a video on...
Anime drip, yeah.
Oh. Does he specifically mention Bleach? Because you cannot... Yeah. It's just all of like...
Look at that classic one. Just
this one here?
No, up. That one. It's so classic. I feel like they used some of that art for the first intro.
Yeah, I think this... Well, because a lot of the stuff, too, because, like, this is an opening to an episode, because it has the episode title written right here. Or chapter, rather, probably. 515. It's always at the like, beginning of a chapter, or, like, a cover art or something.
Because Asterisk was full of this kind of drip in its opening.
Yes.
The other one's not as much because they were fighting in Soul Society for the intros.
Yeah.
The next like 2 or 3 intros.
Even Kubo himself, like that early picture with him in his fucking shades.
He always has those shades.
Oh, I should put Tai before Kubo. Let's see it. There it is.
Yo.
Look at him. Look how different he looks now, though.
That's...
This to that.
How it goes.
That's how it goes. It's what being a mangaka will do to you, I guess. But, yeah, fucking... Bleach being Bleach. Doing awesome work.
God, Zero Division sucks.
Yeah, they were really disappointed in the manga. Though they really did wonders for them in the anime.
I just feel like it just... Even just the character designs are just so ugly for them. It's like Kubo's like, You know what? Let me do something I haven't done before. Make ugly characters.
Yeah. Zero Division was definitely a letdown for a lot of people, especially with the hype that they're
How do
brought
you
up to be.
successfully make 5 ugly characters when you never make ugly characters?
Senjumaru is pretty cool, though.
Is it the robot chick? Because it's the one I was thinking of. Yes. The only redeeming one.
Where's the picture of them?
I know. You still got to go more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, out of all of them, definitely the best. In fact, actually good. The rest of them suck.
Ichibe's pretty cool, though.
Is Ichibe cool because of his character design? Or is Ichibe cool because of his character?
Kind of both. I like him. He's cool. But at the same time, anime only is about to come into a big surprise on how the last anime season ended to how it's going to start. This is Bankai. But yeah, Bleach drip on another level. Even just like in the regular series, like the fucking... I forget. I'm not even going to try and remember what the actual official name is for the Shinigami attire, but...
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Shihakuko or something? I don't know. But... Yes.
Drippy drip. Speaking of drip. Kind of. Dun dun dun.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
More... glorious Zuma backstory.
And something tells me we're getting a Unji Zuma 4. Because this one was Unji Zuma 3.
Oh, then yeah.
I check my chapter tales sometimes.
I never do. I will be honest.
Only because the Shibuya incident part 54 taught me to.
And then whatever one we're on now with this incident.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't ever pay attention to chapter titles.
I noticed it was called Unji Zuma. I was like, wasn't the last one called Unji Zuma? And then the 3 was kind of like blended in, but I saw it there. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, 100% the way it ended. So it'll probably come down to they see, because you can see it at the end of this, that they're seeing eye to eye in their shared trauma of losing their family.
You know what else is going to happen at the next chapter? That I only realized this chapter? He's going to get his brother's ghost. His brother's the Umbrella Boy.
Make total sense.
Right? Because he's where his brother died right now, too.
Yeah, he is.
So,
in flashback, yeah.
Yeah, I realized this chapter. I was like, oh, yeah. It's called Umbrella Boy.
Umbrella Boy. Would make sense. And boy, too, so, you know.
Yeah.
He was definitely a child when that happened, so.
Yeah, with the cop. It's good awesome. Chapter.
Very.
It's the infinite sadness, though.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Definitely up there for probably the most sad of backstories so far in Dandadan.
Again, every single one is hit, but man, they hit harder every time.
I'm like so amped for the anime, man, and it's not till October.
Yeah.
So far away.
Closer and closer, though.
True, but I can wait because October means it'll be winter again, and I despise winter, and I like the summer. So.
No, bring it back. I'm not the cold.
No, it just goes right through me to my bones. I don't like it. But
cop bonding with them.
Dandadan will warm me up. So I definitely think now it's. I think it would be most fit into if the cop's the one that brings him back to his senses. I don't think he has no ties to
anyone else.
Ken, so having Ken do it would just seem weird. Right now, Momo's unconscious.
It's also got to be the reason the cop's here. Like...
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Why else is he here? Now they're gonna have the police on their side or something. You know, it's funny too because he kind of, but also not really. Looks like the cop from Persona 3.
Yeah, just older.
You know what I mean?
Older and more jaded.
But it's like I find it weird too because it's like in the Persona 3, you come to this guy to buy weapons from him, but he doesn't know what you're using them for. He just knows you're doing quote unquote good with them. I was like, that's just like the most lazy writing I've seen. But okay. But,
what a great cop.
I know, right? I'm going to sell you all these weapons.
Sell these children some weapons.
And armor, too. Like, all your equipment you buy from him.
Great.
He's the equipment merchant.
Don't shoot yourselves, kids.
I think that's a fucking line. I'm pretty sure it is, which is hilarious. Because they totally shoot
100% going to shoot themselves.
Yes. Though they don't use their weapons to do it. It's a specific gun called an invoker.
Ooh.
But it's still
I will
a gun.
use my special gun to shoot myself.
I'm digging it, though.
Good.
Very much. But, again, though, because it's Persona, though, it's just so much... It's more that 5 is so much like 3, but it's like just I'm playing a blue version of Persona 5 with a different
blue
character.
De-updated version.
Yes. It's just so funny to me whipping out a flip phone. The dude walks around with a fucking Walkman.
Oh.
So he's still got the fucking the cord going down into his pocket for his music.
Does he loop it through his shirt?
Yes, I think so. And it hangs out right here on his chest. And the computers, the old school desktops, the tube desktops still.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I might have to play 3 before 5 just for the nostalgia.
I'll murder you.
I was thinking it hasn't fully set in yet. Maybe I just need to start Tactica first.
It's an unofficial sequel.
So that's the play order. I'm going to do Tactica 3, Shadow Strikers, or Strikers 5. 5 Royal.
If anyone went to play 5 before, like, why? Just play Royal. Just infinitely better.
Oh, sorry. 5 Dancing in Midnight Royal.
It's a rhythm game.
These won't have spoils.
Watch it actually have all the spoilers.
Akechi's just shooting people while he dances.
I was so mad about that they added it. It's like in both of them that Strikers came out after Royal, and both Akechi, well, Kasumi's not in it at all. And in Tactica, you can get both of them. But it's a DLC, so you play with them in the DLC. But to have them as characters on your team in the main story, it has to be New Game Plus, so you have to beat the story first.
Ooh.
Because they don't have any lines in the story. They're just characters that you can use on the field.
Lame.
Very. I'm already sad because you get through like 120 hours into Persona 5 before you even get either one of them on your team. And then it's for one palace run, and it's just so sad because
everyone's giving you just a sample platter of them.
Yeah. But 5 is such a good game. Such a good story.
Although after Tactica and Strikers. In that order.
No, you'll never know because you just play 1 billion live service games.
I'm gonna finish Cyberpunk.
Should do that while you're waiting for ranked and all of these
all
these games that don't have ranked.
Then I'll come back rusty. I can't do that.
Maybe. Because we say this, and then it's just like next weekend you're gonna find like 6 new games that you're gonna want to buy because of all of the new games that are gonna come out.
We could hope. I'm
hoping for Silk Song for you.
Thank you. Oh, and the Monster Hunters preview is incredible for you.
Oh, it will be. I don't give a fuck what it is. It's gonna be. But then it's like I was watching a video about Monster Hunter today. While it's just some like content, people were talking about it, and then they're like, "Oh, a trailer dropped for another Monster Hunter game." I was like, "Oh, what?" It's a fucking Candy Crush Monster Hunter game. It's basically what the fuck it is.
I really just want every genre.
Right?
They also have a Monster Hunter Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, they do. That's that one. I thought you meant Stories, which is basically a Monster Hunter Pokemon game.
Well, I have been tempted to play that.
It's really good. I beat the second one. I beat that one.
My partner has the second one.
Just try it out. It's fun. It just sucks in the early game because you got all the monsters that you don't give a fuck about. But once you get going and then you get like the first monster that you actually like, you can go through and it's like, now we're good.
We're grooving.
We're groovy. Turn-based Pokemon fighter. It's literally Pokemon with the Monster Hunter skin.
I'll take it.
I like it.
See, if I was ever a developer, I'd want to do either a Battle Royale Pokemon game or a roguelike Pokemon game, which the latter's already been taken. But it's been...
Pokemon Coliseum's still the best Pokemon game ever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Pretty much like a Pokemon fighting game. You just get to pick the ones you want to fucking use.
Yeah. I don't know. If I ever were to play a Pokemon game, they need to do something, man. Like Arceus looked kind of cool, but
I can't sit through. I did play some of Arceus. It was a breath of fresh air. But I can't sit through another Pokemon game where every single character in the entire universe only says asinine things about Pokemon. No, there hasn't been a single character in a Pokemon game I felt like could be a human being.
True. And before Arceus is literally all the same game, just with new Pokemon.
Yeah, you really just need to find one you like and beat it, and then almost never need to play another Pokemon game.
X and Y and fucking the next one, the
Alpha Sapphire, baby.
They're all the same. It's the same game. Both of them. This is literally the same game.
None of them have lived up to those since for me either. I played both of those, and I think every single one since I didn't play nearly as much.
The last one I played was X.
So good.
Or Y, whichever one had the bird.
Y. Good choice.
Yeah, X had
Yveltal. It had a deer.
Oh.
With giant antlers.
Yeah. I'll take the black and red.
The death bird.
Death bird. Thank you very much. I mean, I would say I have a one shiny Rayquaza, but it was kind of given to you as a reward. I didn't catch it, and shinies just aren't worth shit anymore because they're just so abundant, and you can just get them from anywhere. You know what I mean? With all the fucking shiny farms that people have that just put them out for people to. You know
I never go through that much work for Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
I just like catching the cute Pokemon. Beat the game.
I need more substance to my game than just catching cute Pokemon.
So I don't even want to talk to NPCs in Pokemon games. They just make me angry.
I don't talk to NPCs. I smash whatever the next button is,
Yeah.
whether it be X, Y, A, or whatever on Nintendo.
Sometimes they just give you stuff, so like I'll still like poke it, but I'm just like.
Oh yeah, I'll interact with them, but I ain't reading whatever they're saying.
It's usually just like, Pokemon are great. I love Pokemon. Pokemon learn moves from these things. Here you go.
Yeah. Bad.
Terrible. Every Pokemon game is built to be someone's first Pokemon game, and it hurts Pokemon.
Yes.
They just need to make a Pokemon MMO already. Temtem failed. It's time.
Oh yeah, I forgot that game existed.
Sure, right?
Everyone did. That game was so huge for a week.
It was dead in the water. It has the worst Pokemon designs I've seen.
But everyone was talking about that for a week.
They're like, this is like the Pal World. It's like,
Pal World's the other one. Yeah, that.
It's everything we asked for from a Pokemon game, but the difference is Temtem sucked.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Pal World was the one I was thinking of.
Oh.
That's one that everyone was playing it, and then remember people were thinking that Pokemon was going to sue them or whatever, but they couldn't. So,
yeah, because it's...
Yeah. Yeah. But again, everyone was talking about it for like a week.
I'm like, there's a gigantic hole in the market for making monster hunting games. Well, monster catching games right now. Someone can get in there and make the first monster catching battle royale. Because it's perfect. You drop in with one starter Pokemon. You find items to increase their stats or more Pokemon in the wilds. You battle the people you run into.
Or just literally any Pokemon MMO. And it's just you're going through the world and you can...
It would sell gangbusters. Slap a subscription on that. You got them.
Yeah, it's literally just it's set in the universe. You're a Pokemon trainer. You're going through... You have fucking seasonal tournaments or whatever. You can randomly battle people. You're going through a huge open world.
It doesn't even need to be a better graphics engine. It could be the exact same looking thing.
It could look just like
an
Arceus.
MMO.
Yeah. Because Arceus already has huge open fields that are
true.
empty as fuck. You know what I mean? So just slap a whole bunch of those together.
Get a housing update eventually. You can easily add more regions to that with expansions. It's money on the table.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not.
You just need a good mix of cute, badass, and fuckable monster designs.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not, am I wrong?
Unfortunately not.
It's the truth. It's the holy triangle to get them all. You gotta catch all the dorks.
I don't think Pokemon's struggling for money, though, so.
They're not, but that's why I'm like, if you're doing a competitor... I think that's where all the competitors fail. No one has the designs Pokemon has. Because there's been a lot of competitors. I've played a few of them now. Nexomon sucked ass.
Digimon needs to make a comeback.
Monster Sanctuary is pretty good, but it's also a 2D platformer, so it's also kind of hitting a different market entirely.
Hmm.
Yeah, Digimon just constantly dropping the ball.
Well, I mean, they're just irrelevant at this point.
Yeah.
Have been for over a decade.
Yeah.
What was Digimon done in the last decade? And nothing, right? They don't even exist anymore.
I think the last season that... I said the last season that anyone cared about was season 4, but there was when they came back with the movies of the kids from the first season older. That was the last time people gave a fuck about Digimon.
When was that? Multiple years ago?
Yeah. We had a mutual friend that we haven't seen in a long ass fucking time that watched them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I want to say at least 7 years ago.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Kaiju. Chapter was...
Did we have a chapter?
We didn't have a chapter.
No, we just had the anime.
We talked about the chapter.
We just had the Hoshina greatness.
Yes.
I was just hyped the whole time. I was like, I was Deku in the chair.
Yeah, just had the little party going, and then the fight between them, though, Hoshina, that was good.
So good.
Action sequences there. I want to see what they're going to be able to do with the next episode with Kaiju number 10 dropping in.
Literally, like right away.
There was something I was going to mention about Kaiju specifically, too. That I was thinking about, but I don't remember what it was.
Hoshina's great.
Yes. I think it was just something small. Anyway, it was nothing too major. But it's going strong. I'm really liking it.
I was thinking about how Bo Gun Barrel Guy comes from a arms manufacturing family.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's still just got gun barrels strapped to a bow.
Season's got to be almost over, though, because 3 more episodes, I think.
Wait, what episode are we on?
Well, summer season starts at the end of this month.
Huh.
Kaiju might go because Kaiju started later than the others, I believe.
6. I feel like we're only on episode 6, 7.
Kaiju number 8. Let's see if it says. Just click on Crunchyroll. Yeah, 8. So
8.
4 more episodes, maybe, if they're only doing 1 core.
Probably end with him getting arrested.
Fucking Demon Slayer's been boring as fuck.
Has it been?
Because it's exactly what I thought it would be. It's the training arc. So it's just
Woo!
training. But it's kind of short in the anime and the manga, but this stretching it out, adding more content for each specific training section. So it's just like training, I sleep. Demons, I wake. But again, when the fighting starts, it's JJK syndrome, where that fighting it continues for a very long time. You know what I mean? So I find it would be very difficult to try and cram all that into a single cohesive season. So It's got to get split up somewhere, just like JJK. If this keeps going for another, say, 25 chapters of this, where do the seasons stop?
I don't know why, but the Naruto swing music started coming into my head. We were like, you need to break it up with something.
Oh, no. Stab myself.
Domain expansion.
Talk no jutsu.
I don't know when I'll get back on Demon Slayer.
Someday. It's not that pressing.
Does it feel that pressing?
You'd always binge it once it gets to the
juice.
The juice.
The mean potatoes.
Because you still haven't even seen season 3.
Yeah. Entertainment District was fire, though.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Stay where you belong. In my memories.
I will never be a memory. Sephiroth.
Do you read Wild Strawberry?
I did. I thought
that is a whole lot of people whose names I'm not gonna know.
Oh yes.
That was 10 nameplates they tried throwing at me as if I don't remember a single one.
First off, I thought the whole point was him to hide the fact that he is one with the Ajika, and he just
He's so great at that, isn't he?
He just full bloomed right in front of everybody.
Every single time. This is the 3rd time. He did it in front of the people that were specifically there to watch him.
They specifically don't have their shears, so it's not like he's going to be able to pawn
Yeah, you're
it
literally
off.
cheating, bro. Also.
And out in himself. I thought the whole point was that this was supposed to be a secret, that he has this.
Well, when you think about it, if they want to find out if there's members there, he has to out himself to lure them out. But is this the time for that? In the middle of the exam where you're being watched by the people who can fail you? For, once again, cheating? No one else has got a jink on them to fight with.
Is it cheating, though? They just said to survive. Was there any rules? Did they specifically say you couldn't use the shares?
No.
Just that nobody has them doesn't mean they couldn't use them if they did have them.
Just feels like cheating.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel some Kaiju number 8 about to happen with this dude about to get fucking arrested and have to fucking show that he's not a Kaiju / Jinka.
Yeah, I just think back to the last time where he immediately full bloomed and then his own people were on his ass.
Yeah, it's literally...
You don't learn.
The plot of this thing. He full blooms, and whoever is near him is his enemy until he
immediately draws aggro from all allies.
Yeah, and then has to talk no jutsu his way out of it.
With help of talk no jutsu friends.
Yes.
Ayari trying to talk some fucking sense into this man.
And he not listening.
He not.
A named character just died. I can now no longer stand the death of all these unnamed characters. So I must save them. At this instance.
I still can't get over they gave me like 10 nameplates. I'd actually if my phone was on, I'd be going through the chapter looking at these fucking nameplates again.
I'll do it for you.
I didn't maintain a single name. I think one, actually, before you go in there then, I think Shinomiya ripoff number 1 is Rararu. She had a name with a lot of R's in it. And that is the only name.
Alright, so the first one, Kono Mihashira, 3rd Special Flower Funeral Force Squad Cadet. She's 17 years old. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, yeah, Rarami.
Rarami.
Yes, no nameplate for her yet. There it is. Rarami Misune, 17, 3rd Special Flower Funeral Force Squad Cadet.
So they're not the traitors. Based solely on how she was spotlighted like that.
Kyoji Shibata, 22nd Funeral Force Squad. Taisuke Takasugo, 18, 5th Funeral Squad. Some random dude. Bana Koriba, 9th Squad, who is literally just the guy from Kaiju number 8, just older with scars.
Or a more tan Thorfinn.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, there's another one. Tef Zukuran, 6th Squad, 19. Oh my god, it keeps going. Kazuri Rina, 20, 8th Squad. Riku Haga, 1st Squad.
We need this to turn to one of those stories where people just keep addressing each other by their full names. Yeah. Hey, Riku Hagura! Yes, Ravami!
That's all of it. And then a full bloom.
Too many. I didn't retain any of them. I just have Ravami still.
I just read all of them and I don't retain any of them. None of them. Oh,
and any one of them could be part of the Black Lily. Besides Shinomiya ripoff.
I don't think that the cadets are. I think.
Well, they're part of squads.
True. You're right. Not all, I mean, there's at least 9 squads because one of them was 9th squad member. So, and that wasn't 9 people, 2 of which were from the same squad. So
I'm getting very distinct Fire Force vibes right now. I'm like, I've been here before. Deja vu.
Yes, Kaiju as well.
Deja vu.
And My Hero as well, with their training course against the robots.
Yes. Oh no, I more meant the traitor squad. There's one squad among our squads that's actually all bad guys.
Oh, yes.
It's distinctly Fire Force.
Well, also, the test administrator dude is, like, hella evil looking.
He sure is. Straight up Sith Lord vibes.
Yeah. For real. Watch him just be, like, the nicest dude ever.
I feel like Test Proctor is that one design that just gets passed around. Because isn't that also... Wasn't there the scarred up bald guy in Naruto as one of the Test Proctors?
Yes. And then fucking Eraser.
And then, like, everyone that's at the... Like, the top of the Kaiju Force are bald, scarred up guys. Isayao and the person who's kind of in that role right now are both scarred up bald guys. Oh, wait, he had some hair. But the other one's a scarred up bald guy.
Yeah. Isao had a very luscious locks.
He did. Like a mane.
They're just all intimidated looking peoples.
Isao reminds me of Lord Genome, actually, now that I think about it.
Lord Genome!
He got that face.
Oh, yeah. The new Dynasty Warriors coming out.
The
new Dynasty just...
Oh, yeah. Nostalgia. I'm still gonna wait.
The trailer looked good, but again, there's a lot of good-looking trailers out there for a lot of bad games.
The thing is, it looked like gameplay, but it also looked like they fixed their camera to where it's like behind them pointing up, which is very cinematic and nice. But that's never where your camera's going to be in gameplay.
Or behind them up and down.
Yeah.
Instead of like...
Where it's really going to be, which is like...
Yes. Like immediately behind you, not like 10 feet back.
Angled slightly
Yeah.
down-ish.
And then also, they only showed the one dude, so it's like Origin. So it's like, how can you have a Dynasty Warriors game without all those characters?
You know what, though? There's going to be all those characters, but the fact they only showed off those two worries me. Because that tells me, look, our new content is we added some characters. No W Force Omega. I need like a full rework of your game at this point.
Well, some of those siege things, there's way more dudes on the field. The cavalry looked good. The archer things, like, if that's gameplay and not cutscene material, because we don't know.
I need more dudes was the problem, though.
I'm
always for more dudes.
More dudes. What was that fucking game? Oh, there's another Dynasty.
99 Nights.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, that one. Oh,
the one where it's like literally 1,000 dudes is nothing.
Yes. Because I always, every time I played Dynasty Warriors, I was like, I want to fight more people.
I never had an Xbox, so I was never able to own 99 Nights.
I've played it, but I don't think I
played it at a friend's house once.
See, look how many people are on the screen.
I know, it's crazy.
I have a 360. Is this for 360? Does that say 360 right there?
It says 360 on the text label.
Oh. Okay, let's see. $40. Probably wouldn't buy it, though. Let's be real here.
There's a 2.
Huh?
There's a sequel.
There is. Look at that. I ain't gonna buy a fucking $40 game to play it for one sit-in just to get some nostalgia blast out of it. I ain't doing that. Watch me own it, actually, upstairs somewhere. Because I never
possible.
Look at my old games.
It's just cooler.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it could have been like cooler in our minds because we only played it for a few levels. You know what I mean? So we never actually got deep into seeing what the problems of the game or whatever.
No, that shit's just cooler.
It is
because they weren't bound to a flimsy historical accuracy. They could just be cool. They could just have like Kratos chainswords and shit.
Well, I mean, have you played the fucking
PSP
Dynasty Warriors game?
I haven't played Dynasty Warriors lately in general.
True.
People are fucking painting. They got like
Warriors of Orochi. You fighting fucking demon gods.
One of the new characters in that game has like a buzzsaw affixed to something that they hold, so they're just swinging a buzzsaw like this.
I just love how I don't know how
like the chick from fucking Sakamoto Days with the buzzsaw. Osoragi.
I just love how like 20-ish episodes ago I was talking about how I wanted a new Dynasty Warriors game, and you were so iffy about it that we'd ever even get one. At least we're getting one.
We are getting one.
But again, I ain't buying shit until I see way more information on it.
I have zero faith in W Force Omega.
It's unfortunate. So many banger games, but not least recently. Well, I mean, whereas Orochi 4 was... 4? Is it 4 or 3? It's the newest Orochi game.
Newest one's 4.
That one was good.
Dynasty Warriors 4, Dynasty Warriors 5, Dynasty Warriors 9, 4 Empires, Samurai 2, Orochi 1 through 4.
Samurai Warriors 1 as well. But I mean, it's 1 though, so it's like it's
2's
the first
like
game.
So much better that I think it just like completely eclipses 1 in every way.
Yeah, same thing like Persona 5 and Royal. Royal eclipses 5, but 5's not a bad game.
I dare say I put 2 probably at the very top of that list. Samurai Warriors 2 specifically.
I don't know if I'd put that high. But 4 is way too much nostalgia blast.
That's probably my second place.
Yeah, but 9 is so good though. 6 was
9 was really good. 5 was really good too.
Which one was it? 5?
6 was garbage.
I mean, 6 or 7 was garbage.
6 was garbage. 6 is where they changed it to like dash attacks, like rush attacks, and normal attacks.
Yeah.
And it just felt very.
Yeah.
7's where they tried to get back to formula, but there's so many characters that just shared the same weapons because they like started from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, here's 20 sword users that all have one attack different from each other.
Gross.
Yeah, I hated that. 9's where they started getting more unique with it. You could pick like a side weapon to bring with you, so you could swap weapons.
Nice.
Yeah. I mostly remember 9 for that giant tile board of missions.
I like Orochi because it just mixes both the games together.
Yeah. Though it loses a lot of the whole good map design and objective design.
Yeah.
To where the demons were here. Go kill those demons. You killed the demons. Here's some more demons.
Basically.
Lubu here. Ha ha ha.
Run away. Or if your character's leveled enough, you just go and fucking take them out.
That's what I miss really from 4 is objective design. They had really good objective design and conditions that changed the battle, whether you did them or not.
Yeah, and you could lose battles just because you didn't do objectives.
Like, and you could also still win battles off of not doing objectives too. Like, it wasn't restrictive. It felt it felt like it reacted to what you were doing.
Yes.
And that's completely gone after 5. It might have still been in 9. I don't remember 9 that much.
Me either.
But 4 had some of the best objective designs in the whole series. Like when you think of the fight where you actually go to kill Lubu, that's a very like complex fight.
The burning boats missions, all the boat.
I think
boat
of Chibi
missions.
every time. I think of from the Shu story going to fight Wu at the end because they start breaking down the bridges as you like cross them and stuff and making like the pathing hard.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good shit.
Yes.
And that's why when I'm like mob density, I'm like, this isn't my concern right now. Show me objectives. I want to see you be required to do something specific.
Yes.
And you know, while we're at it, can we rein in some of these fucking weapons, guys? It's getting a bit much. I'm like surfing waves through enemies.
Oh, what's his name? Fucking
Sima Zhao.
Sima Zhao, yeah.
Where you like jump on a guy and like is surfing waves and you're riding him on the ground.
You leave my Giga Gun Lance alone.
There's I mean, I love him to death. But
like,
Zhang Hui, the flying swords guy.
Oh, yeah. What's Dang Ai?
Is that Drill Man?
Yeah. He was part of my main team. Him, Jotai, and I would always switch my third one, but him and Jotai were my dudes.
Maybe that's the next niche I'd go in. I'd go back into historically accurate battleground simulators.
Age of Empires.
Scoop up that market. How can I roguelite this? Dynasty Warriors Battle Royale.
No.
But
fuck out of here.
PvPvE. So it's also filled with loads of garbage dudes to cut through as you go through the map. You might accidentally scoop up a player as you're slashing through. It would work.
Maybe.
At least for like a month.
I should just go around trying to get as the highest kill count that I could get before killing the dude at the end. Because you would be the only one, like, you could have your entire army on top of the main enemy general, and he would just live.
Oh, yeah. Especially if he's on camera, he would live.
I've never, maybe sometimes, but majority of the time, I would just run around the map doing things while it was just a sea of blue up there, and a little tiny red dot, which was him, and then I would go in there and kill him.
He's so evasive.
And then smacked him right on the face.
They're in trees.
Yeah, they just couldn't reduce his health lower. You always had to do the final hit or whatever. But your general, Oh, he could get his ass beat. And he dies quick. You go down there, you're like, yeah, you see on your map the general's almost dying. You go down there, there's 4 archers. It's like 12 of you guys.
It's the same problem. They can't swing on the archers.
It's like they die in 2 hits.
They're literally like squaring up with the guy, sidestepping, waiting to get shot by arrows.
Homing arrows, because they don't miss in those games.
Ugh.
You know what's also worse, too, that you remember? You also had a bow and arrow in 4.
Oh, I remember that. That was terrible.
It's terrible.
The worst.
Horrible.
For the amount of damage they were doing to me, why are my arrows like spitting on them?
But also just how you aimed with it. And the zoom in was just way too much. So as soon
Especially
as you
if you're trying to kill archers, you're getting blasted in that.
Yeah. It's like, what is this nonsense?
Sir, he suddenly started standing still and looking around. Well, shoot him.
Whatever. Such a classic game.
How long until they're fighting with orbital beams as like their main weapon? Bring back just like 2% of the realism. 2%.
Just tone down the magic back to like 9 levels. I mean, Orochi's not bad. There's other games in the Dynasty Warriors is way worse. Like I said,
Orochi's not bad for the characters that I would have a problem for. Because, I mean, the magical characters are magical.
Yes.
You play Susanoo, it literally rains and everyone around you is having seizures.
I forgot Susanoo was there.
But they're gods.
Yes.
They're made to be like that.
Flying swords dude, on the other hand.
That truly a mystery. Lost to history.
True, but it's just floating swords that he's swinging around. He's not fucking shooting meteors at people, which is totally a thing.
Yes, but he's kind of like flying through them with it.
Oh yeah, he does jump on those things and just fucking... And then fucking Noodle Arm Girl.
Oh my god, Sanjang.
And how she can fly.
Yes, the best though.
It is the best travel. It's so great. Just put her on your team just to switch to her for traveling because it's so much faster than the horse. But yeah, terrible. I'll play it if it's good. We'll see though.
We'll see.
It also depends on what else is showcased though, because it could come out in the same week as some banger, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I'll play the banger.
Dynasty Warriors chooses the same day as Black Myth Wukong to release.
When is that? That's August, I think.
Yeah, it's very soon.
I might get it. I might wait to get it. I'll
Single
get it
player,
eventually.
yeah, so you might as well wait.
You know what makes me sad, though? About the current... It's actually laziness, because there is a GameStop still open, like, right down the street, but I miss being able to get old games for, like, $15.
Yeah.
There's games that that I'd be interested in playing that I see in the PlayStation Store that are still $60. I'm like, this game, it's like 6 years old. I ain't paying...
They'll always check for sales, or put them on your wish list so that you'll be notified.
I do, yeah. But it's just like annoying.
Because I want to play. I've been wanting to play the Marvel Midnight Suns game because it's literally like built for me. Is a turn-based tactics game where you use cards for the attacks. It could not be more for me unless they slapped the word roguelite on it. So I've been wanting to play it, and it does go on sale like literally every other month. It goes on sale for like $15, but I just still haven't pulled the trigger. Because I haven't had the time to play it, and I recognize that. I'm like, no, don't buy it.
You have a really large backlog of games, though.
It's insane.
That you bought and played like 4 hours worth of.
You'd be surprised how much I play of some of these games I haven't finished. I've logged 150 hours into Monster Hunter. I was pretty shocked. Cyberpunk like 50.
I'm 68 hours into Persona 3, and my progress bar on the home screen of PlayStation says 50%.
Oh God.
Like, Persona.
The real problem is, besides multiverses, you need to stop buying fighting games. Those are the ones that I don't get to those big playtimes.
How's your Tekken going?
Exactly. I think I did like 15 hours.
What are some of the other fighting games you've gotten recently?
The Naruto one.
Oh.
Stupid new Naruto Storm game that came out not too long ago.
Were you 3 hours into that one?
Literally. It has like the worst story mode too. I'm probably not going back to it.
Savage. And that's the thing that sucks too, is you can't ever return games. You couldn't return games back in the day either.
If I had
not worth it.
If I had my PC back then and bought that one on Steam, I would have had that chance at least. Be like, oh no, this is hot garbage. At least most of the other fighting games I buy though are usually when they're on sale. Even Tekken, I bought that on sale. It's just newer though, so that sale was still like $40.
Yeah.
And I had to have Eddie Gordo.
But I'm just chilling right now with Persona, Smite, and Predecessor until Dawn Trail comes out. Because I'm like so amped for Dawn Trail. And I don't know. It's just, I don't want to pick up a game right now just to have it on my console to sit there. You know what I mean? Because I also still have Yakuza Like a Dragon, the first one. One of the Star Oceans. Hogwarts Legacy is still on my PlayStation. I don't know if I'm even going to beat that. I'm really close to the end, though. I'm like, I could probably beat it in like 2 more sit-ins.
But if you don't have the motivation to, it's like, you don't need to force yourself either.
But you know me, I'm like a completionist in the sense that I like beating the single-player games I have. I don't need to be the completionist.
So is my partner.
Yeah, I don't need to be the completionist that I need to get every trophy, because fuck that noise.
I don't need any more story games right now. If I get any more games, it is going to be competitive ones, because I just need to beat backlog. I really want to finish Cyberpunk.
Well, stop just driving around the city and actually progress.
City of dreams, city of gang. I do so much side quests. I'm so strong.
That happens to me too, because I love side quests in video games too.
This has renewed my love for side quests. The Cyberpunk side quests have been so good.
Like, I did that in Stellar Blade. I did literally every side quest that was available to me at the time before I did the next main story quest. I was like, oh, I have 6 side quests. I'm doing all of those before I progress 1 more quest into the main story. Cool. All done. All right. Progress again. Oh, I unlocked a bunch more side quests. Doing them all. One of those unlocked a chain. I'm doing the full chain until I completed all of the quests that I could.
Yeah.
At the time, because some of them were like, oh, go to this place. I'm like, I don't even know what that place is, which means I need to progress story to get to said place.
Nice.
But something like Persona, I'm trying to do as much of the side content in that too. In terms of there's only so much quote unquote side content, because it's really everything you do progresses the story, because it's on the time scale.
It's more like optional content.
Yes, because there's like missions that I like, the like requests from the main person from the Velvet Room, but doing that is just while you're doing other things, or while you're in TARDIS, do this, and they give you like rewards, stuff like that. Just want to try and complete as many of those. I like trying to get as many of the Persona Compendium complete. So there's a trophy for it. Maybe I'll get it, maybe not. It can be a pain in the ass to complete that compendium. Unlocking every Persona in the game.
Yeah.
I did that for 5 because I platinumed that.
Look at that.
Still my most reward in platinum was Persona 5, because I have 9 platinums, but not a single one of them did Sony email me a congratulations on. But Persona Royal, they did. 5 Royal. And they said, here is a animated theme for your PS4 that you can't get anywhere else. So I have that. on my PS4, and I'm pretty sure that my profile avatar, which is Lavenza, is also part of that, but I could be wrong. That could have just been one of the ones that you can just get off
Where's
the store.
my PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale theme, Sony?
I want themes to come back for PS5.
Same. So much. I miss it so bad. Mine used to be Risk of Rain. It would just go through one of the environments with the soundtrack and the rain coming down. I think actually no soundtrack, just ambient rain sound, which I love ambient rain.
Let me see if there's anything on there. See, that'd be cool.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. This is the wrong place to look.
Welcome to Reddit.
those people just went 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, it immediately turned into a war.
Oh, yeah, see.
But not in the way you'd think.
Well, I want them the way I would think, the way PS4 had them. I didn't know PS3 had themes, though, because it says it right there. PS3 and 4. I never had a theme on PS3. PS4, I mean, I had so many different themes on PS4.
Okay.
Fucking 14 had its own theme. I had that. But once I got that fucking... Second I got the Persona 1, it never came off. It's still there.
I switched a lot because I had a lot of liked. Oh, I do remember having PS3 themes because I had a Killzone 3 one.
You know what? Now that you said that, I think I do remember that specific theme of yours.
I don't think I ever switched off of the Killzone 3 theme.
I still have my PS3.
I don't think I do. I think I gave mine away. Maybe not. I'm not sure. So I remember I kept it because I had some games on the hard drive. Specifically Tokyo Jungle.
Because, like, when I got the PS5, I still played PS4 a few times. Like, going through the first couple of months of it. But this second I got PS4, my PS3, like, died immediately. Not as in, like as in my usage of it died completely. Okay. So, because I went back once to the PS3 to beat... Castlevania, the second one that they did when they did the reboot of Castlevania.
Lords of Shadow 2?
Yes, Lords of Shadow 2. Because I still had that, but I didn't beat it. So a couple months into my PS4, I went back to beat that game. And the difference, dude, is like low quality lenses, man. It was just so bad.
I went back to PS3 to re-beat a GameCube game, which was Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Banger. But... yeah, I could even tell with that, which shouldn't have any difference from like GameCube, but it was looked way worse.
I mean, I have some great games for PS3, but I just don't ever see myself.
The only thing I'd go back for now would be Infamous 2.
I don't even
maybe
know.
Killzone 3.
Because I still have my 360 too, but the only game I think I'd ever turn my Xbox back on. Well, it's
99 Nights.
If I had, yeah, but because I did actually probably within the last 2 years when I have a Lord of the Rings RTS kind of like game on there. I played that a little bit, but if I ever were to play original 13, I have that for Xbox. I have 13.2 for PS3. So maybe PS3. Maybe if I ever play 13.2 again. PS3, but
where's the 13 collection, Square Enix?
All right, or just fucking add it to
the stores. Just let me download it.
Or even, well, no, that'd be a lot of work. PC port for it. I don't think it's on PC.
I think they have a lot of trouble trying to port PS3 games. I feel like they don't put PS3 games back on the market often.
That's one of the few games I had bought to collect, like the physical collector's edition for back in the day. Mm-hmm. I have a really nice box that 13.2 came in.
That game was banging.
It was. definitely be playing that again sometime in my life.
Same.
That's why I keep all my systems. Because
I gave away sub to
5 years from now, when gaming really falls off the deep end and sucks complete ass, I can go back to old games, back in the old times. So long as I have a TV capable of playing.
I regret giving away my old consoles, but they all went to good causes, like kids in the family and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do regret it.
I got 3 PS2s behind you.
Specifically GameCube and 64.
Yeah, I don't have... PS2 is the oldest system I have. I don't have any of my 64s. I had a Sega Genesis.
I sold all my good GameCube games anyways, though, because I needed money.
I do have an NES Classic that's still brand new in the box. The one that comes... The limited time one that they had.
Top loader?
Yeah, the ones that come loaded.
Yeah, we had a top load.
No. Oh. It came out in like 2014, 15.
Oh, is it the preloaded ones?
Yeah, that come
with
the
NES Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Really?
No, that's the original NES. This is the one I have. Still in the brand new box.
Nice.
I saved it because I thought maybe it'd be worth money someday. It's $130. I don't remember how much I paid for it, to be honest with you.
Probably would be worth money someday.
It was definitely less than that because my wife was working at Walmart at the time, so she got a discount and she grabbed it off the back shelf before it came in onto the front end. So that's how I got it, because they sold out the first day.
I bet.
So it's somewhere in this house.
Nintendorks.
But I have Final Fantasy 1 is on it. It's right. One of the Final Fantasies is on
it. My grandparents had Final Fantasy 1. So when I went over there, I tried to play it and not be able to figure it out.
Super Mario Bros., Metroid, Pac-Man, Kirby's Adventure.
Woo!
One of the Zelda games.
No, the first one.
Is it just Zelda?
The Legend of Zelda.
I could have sworn there was a Final Fantasy game on here, but
glory.
I don't see.
It's 30 games though, so here it is.
Games list. Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy 1, yeah. Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby Adventures, Mario Bros., Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, that was originally a 2D platformer.
Pac-Man.
It was even harder then.
I'm sure. Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream. Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3.
Ooh, it has Zelda 2.
The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Legend Adventure of Link.
Oh, yeah, my fucking...
Is Zelda 2 bad?
Yeah, it is. Side scroller. It's not as bad as the FMV game, but it's pretty damn close.
Old as fuck.
Yeah.
But old ass games, man.
Old ass games, my favorite kind. Besides roguelites.
Yes.
Sometimes I think I like roguelites because they remind me of those simpler times where you get one gameplay loop and you're just there to play it and do the best you can each run. Mirrors arcades, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So my hope this summer announcements is more roguelites.
Oh, you're gonna get some.
Oh, I know. It's inevitable.
I just hope that Silk Song's at the top of that.
Thank you.
That list. I'm praying for you, bro.
I need it. I actually need to finish fully beating Hollow Knight to begin with, but I'm on the true final boss at least.
Yeah, but that's what sucks too. You're gonna get back in it. You're not gonna remember how to play, and you're on the final boss.
The last time I went in, I actually did worse than the time before that. It actually got me kind of sweating. I'm like, oh no, because you fight the boss, and then part of the fight you go into his mind to fight the actual true final boss. And I started doing worse than I used to on the first boss there. And I was like, no, I'm devolving.
what would happen if you lose? You just restart the fight.
Yeah. It's not worse consequences, but I'm just like, the last time I took a break and came back, I felt stronger like I usually do. Now I feel like I went 5 steps back.
Oh no.
Because altogether it's like 4 phases, because if you count him as a phase, and then the actual true final boss has 3 phases, and I can't beat the first phase of that.
Savage.
There's like a couple more upgrades I can get, but yeah, I digress.
Either way, I hope you get it.
Thank you.
It'd probably be on the Nintendo one.
It'll probably be on everything. I've mainly played it on PS4, but it's everywhere.
Because Fridays...
Oh, you meant like what announcement?
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, probably Xbox. The last 2 times I saw Silksong gameplay were on Xbox showcases.
That's Saturday, I'm pretty sure.
But like all Xbox showcases, they mostly show off games that aren't only on their console.
I know.
It's so wild. It's been a meme for like a decade.
You know, I hope that Xbox does something good because spirit of competition.
As much as I keep giving Sony my money, I don't want to be under their boot.
Yes. Yes.
I think they make a fine product, and I want to guarantee that they keep making a fine product that's worth my money.
Yes. Because they have to compete for it.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have to compete for my money, then...
They have one monopoly already. I don't need them having another monopoly.
Yeah.
And it would be a monopoly on third-party games, in my opinion. Yes, they're available on Nintendo, but they're so much worse on Nintendo that no reasonable human being is going to buy them on there.
It's also Nintendo, so, like, Nintendo needs to do something, and
that's what I mean. Their hardware, like you're not playing the new Doom. You're not even playing Doom Eternal on your Switch. Like, come on.
You're not playing any AAA game on the Switch.
No. It's actually at the point where they can't even run them anymore. Like Cyberpunk's not coming to Switch, of course.
No, the Switch has like fucking 50 gigs of storage.
It would have a draw distance of 1 building. You have to pass by each building to load the next building.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be able to put the game on there with the fucking storage.
It's all high rises in half.
I would like to see Nintendo put out like a true console.
Same. I mean, I like having the portability of the Switch.
No, I mean they could have both.
Yeah.
I mean, just have Switch 2 and then like get their. I mean, they can do it. Nintendo's got plenty of money.
Because if Nintendo could actually run third-party games better, there's a large chunk of the market that wouldn't buy 2 consoles. They would just buy a Switch. If it could run Call of Duty well, people wouldn't buy more than just the Switch.
Yeah, but would the portability work though? Because you're not going to be riding on a train with a fucking Nintendo.
Not specifically for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of what brought down its capabilities is because they're putting all that hardware into something that needs to also be portable.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, build the fucking console at home. That stays at home, and then have the Switch. You know what I mean? But
that's the Dukes.
The Dukes. Take care, y'all. We'll see you.
Duke of Arrakis. May your blade chip and shatter.
Dune.
That'll be next time, though. Oh, it will be.
Look forward to it.
Fear the moment.